Welcome back our Unreal Engine learning tutorial series and course. And in this part, we are going to learn about Unreal Engine version download. So this is the important one. And previous video we learned about Epic Launcher, how you need to use what feature we found in Epic Launcher. If you open Epic Launcher and if you go to Unreal Engine selection or sector, then if you go to the library page, you find the engine version sector. So from here you can install your Unreal Engine. So you can press this plus icon and you are able to get Unreal. So here there's a lots of engine version available. You find the latest one in the top. If you have already some other latest version engine, so it will be show you the greater than. As you can see, you have access to download Unreal Engine 4.1.22, even the latest current version, that is 5.2.1. It depends on you which Unreal Engine you want to use. Make sure Unreal Engine doesn't give or Epic doesn't give more than or less than 3 engine supports. It's mean that currently if it's 5.2 is right now the latest version, Unreal Engine or Epic only gives support for 5.2.1, 5.1.1 and 5.0.3. Okay, so it's mean that they only give the latest 3 version support. If it's lower than, if you are using lower than kind of like 4.27.2, they don't give any supports. Even if you will find that the updated asset pack and marketplaces asset is not support 4.27.2. So this is not mandatory issue for the asset pack, but it's issue for the plugins, because the plugins need to be built for every specific engine. Otherwise it will be never going to be built or it will give you error. Now we know that why we need to use the latest version engine. Now let's learn in which purpose, which engine we need to use. So if you want to make the mobile game or VR game or any that game that it should be support low-end device, you should use 4.27.2. That is the Unreal Engine 4 version. But make sure this is not available more, or you can say Epic doesn't give more supports at here, so you need to use the 5.2. If you have experience on the mobile game development or you already did some, so it will be more easy to understand. Otherwise, it's some complicated, or the Android game making or mobile game making is not easy in Unreal Engine. You need to face tons of issue and you need to fix them by yourself. Even there's no plugin and supports available in Epic. Now we already know that for which purpose, which engine we need to use. Now let's talk about some feature. Suppose you want to how you understand that this engine supports this platform. So whenever you press something that install, on this install option, whenever you press install, they give you the folder that browse where you want to install your engine. And second, the path that in this path, what is the options, you find that all the others specific data type or basically the option that you need. First, you find the core component that is required to use Unreal. Then second one is the starter content. The starter content basically give you some ready-made material, texture, VFX and other stuff, which basically allow you to go with if you are a beginner. Second, you find third, you find the templates and features pack. This allow you to make some, or they already give you some templates ready-made. So with that templates, you are ready to rock and roll, and you are basically able to understand some logics, how the third person, first person or flying things were. Then you find the engine source. This is not mandatory, but if you want, if you are a plugin developer or you want to create plugins in future, so in that time the engine source is a requirement for that. After that, you find engine symbols of debugging. This is also not mandatory, but it includes the debugging files for C++ project and editors, which is allow you to navigate the C++ file more easily. Then at the targeted platform, you find all the supported platform. So with this, you are able to run your game on here. As you can see, it's by default, it's available on Android, iOS, Linux and tvOS. So if you want, you can click disable it. If you don't want that, whichever you want, you need to just take. So if you think that you want to make your game for mobile device, Android, so you can tick that, and iOS tick that. If you think that you want to make your game for Linux and whole X2 or tvOS supports. So you can just need to tick. Once you tick, this only specific component will be installed, and you will see the download size and required space. As you can see, if you increase anything or tick anything, the size will be increased, the requirement size will be increased. That is the actual disk it's going to be used. So in my case, I already have the more than 2 version, so I'm not going to show this one, but I'm going to show you with Unreal Engine 4.27. Once you install, you find something like this, a icon, and even you can choose from here if you have different type of version. So in my case, I always choose 5.2.1 because that is the last version, and in this our series and course we are going to continue with that. So that is the basically for today, and next tutorial we are going to learn about creating projects and basic engine navigation. So thank you so much for watching guys. Love you all. Bye bye. See you in next tutorial video.